Good evening, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, mentor. We have another Let's Do Deals pitch tonight, this evening. Got a lot of potentials. I'm going to talk about that towards the end. When I say potentials, I mean new connections and new areas. Again, we're about to dive back into South Carolina. I know a lot of people were asking when all these specials we had up in Florence, Effingham, those went quick. They did not last long, and I didn't expect to. Different markets, different areas, different hot areas, and it just depends on where they're at. It also depends on what time of year. Don't forget on that. So we're seeing a lot of that coming in. Now, Florida, we are doing a lot more business in Central Florida, which is obviously to the east of Naples, Fort Myers, Orlando. There's talks on. We have a couple connections there that we may start venturing into as well. But 6 states. That's what we're covering technically. We did get into Mississippi this year, but we have not done a whole lot into. And part of that is just we're maximizing so much more what we're doing in the areas we're covering at this time. And always can use help. Don't forget that we can always use help. A lot of the same questions come in is how can I start investing money? How can I get into it? Guys, there is a spreadsheet we have with over 100 deals available. That is only probably a third of what we got available. We do not submit every deal that we get onto that spreadsheet. I mean, that's all we would be doing is uploading, removing, upload, removing. Ain't nobody got time for that. So that being said, but you can reach out to us. If you are interested in a specific area, you do not see the area location on the spreadsheet, ask us, send us a DM, send us an email. Are you going to be investing? Are you going to have some deals in this area? It's potential we may already have deals up in this areas, or we have connections. So we are covering the whole Southeast at this time, and we're growing. So I've said it a few times, but I'm going to say it again. It's Texas. We will be in Texas. We're probably going to need all kinds of entities to get to Texas. As big as it is, as big as a continent. So, but all right, y'all are here for the Let's Do Deals. So on Instagram, if you have any deals, you'll just raise your hand up. You can drop a comment as well. You can't unmute yourself. Facebook, of course, you can always unmute yourself, drop a comment, or raise your hand. And this calls are being recorded. So therefore, tomorrow morning, you can see the recap on our Let's Do Deals Facebook page. And you'll see the recording on our YouTube. So you can catch the replay on that or catch it for the first time. I'm always intrigued how many people show for the call. It's like a minimal people show for the call. But come tomorrow morning when the video goes up, I'll say about 2 or 3 o'clock, it's about 500-600 views. So I'm fine with it. Maybe we need to change the time. That's what we need to do. Change the time too. I should be keeping up what time people are watching it. But that's fine for now anyway. All right, so the Let's Do Deal sheet. If you do not have the spreadsheet, if you're watching for the first time, you can send us a message. I will not go through every one of these deals. That is for you to do on your own time. Take your time and review them. Do due diligence at the time while you're at it. But definitely let us know on that. Top right corner, obviously the deals that are latest upload or deals coming up. We need to go ahead and include on here Florence, South Carolina, and put Central Florida. Like I said, Orlando is a potential. There is a lot of interest in the area. A few of the investors also there, so we'll see some of that. But always this little bottom line to the fact you can only move a mobile home after it has been approved at the new county. I had a couple of investors say that it's like, look, if I can't move a mobile home, the park needs to go on, or they're going to demo it. I need to do something with it to be able to move it. But the county where it's going into is not allowed. So I'm just going to have to pass on it. Anytime you say I'm going to have to pass on a deal, on an investment, means you're leaving money on the table. That's the way I see it. Now, yes, there are, mobile home investing is growing. I did a reel, went live and made a video earlier today. And that's kind of what we were talking about is how much the industry it is growing. Anything that's growing, especially in the industry that does involve real estate to a sense. I know personal property is not, but you got eyes on it. You got a lot more eyes looking into, and therefore a lot more legality is coming into play. A lot of these counties are getting real strict with from the year of the home, the size of the home. Some have even limited to if it's not a pitched roof, it's not coming in. All those are ways to be able to put it in wording that, they're trying to limit as to what can come in. And it typically means they want newer homes. The ones that they're specifically asking for, it's got to be a 90s plus. So that's their way of eliminating the old units, if you will. But it should not it should not cause you to lose a deal because you cannot get a permit. So, there are a lot, especially a lot of the movers, transportation companies, if they themselves don't have one, they can have lots. There's lots where they can be like a storage, if you will. And you do have to pay monthly, almost pretend like you're paying a lot of rent. And if they don't have one, they may know someone or somewhere where you could store them. A lot of the trucking companies, they have spaces available as well. If it's a great investment enough or one that makes sense from the number standpoints, ROIs, is it possible you may be able to get one and go store it maybe for a couple months for whatever it is? Maybe the land needs to be developed. Maybe the permits need to be approved, the inspections, whatever, and you don't lose that on the deal. Purchase it and move it. You can move them. You just cannot level them, set them up in a new county without being approved. That's typically the thing. So, all right. So let's get to the deal. I wanted to break a couple of deals down. Now, we didn't have time today to upload a couple of deals that we got earlier this morning. We are doing some due diligence on some of the homes as well. One of the things I do with the spreadsheet here is we don't just throw any deal in there. Just because it's a mobile home does not make it on the spreadsheet. If the mobile home is too far gone, meaning the roof is caving in, all the electrical is gone, all the plumbing is shot, it's probably not going to come on the spreadsheet. Okay. We do a due diligence, but that does not mean you should just focus on our due diligence. Can't use a lazy act on here. Go do your own due diligence. Figure out your numbers, figure out everything you need to know, and then invest from that standpoint. Okay. But one of the homes that we're getting into, and we got Columbus. Let me start with Columbus. So Columbus, Georgia. Two of the homes have been sold at this time. The same LaGrange Mobile Home Park, we're still infilling, which we got about 70 more pads. We had about 50 last time. So why do you think there's more pads this time? No, thank gosh, it wasn't Mother Nature taking some out. It was actually he was able to develop. He was able to develop and rather quickly. So therefore, he's able to bring a lot more. And that's kind of what you want. So we got a lot more past the infill, but he was only able to take a couple of these here because, again, the county's a city there. Now they're starting to get a little more strict with him and some specifics. But the other four that are remaining on here, okay, what we're on talks as well with the park owners, park managers is staying in the park. So the investment is going to go from these last four mobile homes being here, having to be moved. Now we're going to be able to keep them in the park. So we're going to start getting the lot rent, see what all includes, all the details for you all. And you'll be able to go see them, invest them where they're at, and keep them as rentals, rent-owns, flip them, whatever you want to do. So typical as the ones that do not have to be moved. So stay tuned for that. I say by the end of this week, I should have the details for y'all all on that. Havana, okay. I'm going to talk to y'all. I got a couple things for y'all, definitely. I'll make this easier and easier for you all. I used to say, they used to say, if you could do one thing differently, if starting over again, what would it be? I used to say, get a mentor, get a coach. When people start asking me this now, I'm going to say, I'm going to go find a J. I need somebody to make it easier for me so I don't waste so much time trying to spin wheel or trying to reinvent the wheel. That's a problem. But what I'm going to do for you all, and it's only limited time because this is something that we do only for students, GMHU students, okay? Let's see, Gabriella, good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us, okay? For Havana, we are looking at a few of the units. We have a total of 5 at this time. Now, with any new market, it is not far from Tallahassee. So we got a lot of the connections from Tallahassee, the handyman, the boots on the ground, et cetera, et cetera. But I like to have in every location specifically, I like to have boots on the ground. Should something hit the fan, something goes off, I want somebody there readily available. And we built a great connection, great relationship already with the park manager. So that's huge. That's a tip for all you. All you trying to invest virtually, that's a good way to go, is to make friends with the park management. So we got that. But we got a couple contractors from Tallahassee. They actually live between the both. So that kind of checked out. They're going to go to the park and review these units. They're going to give us quotes. Now, I'm not trying to do this work for y'all. Okay, let me point that out. You need to learn this for y'all. You need to know how to do this. But what I'm going to do for Havana, because what we're going to do is we're going to keep a couple of them, and we're starting with this one here. Now, a GMHU student is already getting number, is it 28? 28 or 16, I believe. That's a 3-2, which that would have been the one we kept, and he got us. So good for him on that. Yeah, pending GMHU student is taking that one. But we're going to start with 58 on this one. I want to keep y'all updated on the numbers because I think a lot of y'all don't pay attention to the ROIs, the finals, the beginnings, the middle, and all that goes in it. Now, these here are going to be simple rehabs, but we're going to get a contractor to do a quote on all the units. So what I'm going to offer for all of y'all, only for Havana, only for limited time, if you invest in one of these units, we will assign you a contractor. And trust me, for those of you real estate or mobile home investing, that is huge. Okay, that's coming in huge, having already a mobile home investment and having a reliable contractors. We don't work with ones that ain't going to come through. So the ones we got, they're going to be there tomorrow morning. We'll have a quote estimate. Now, remember, when it does come to estimate, okay, my rehab may not be your rehab. If you're trying to come in here and put marble countertops, okay, you're trying to paint these walls with all kinds of artistic colors, whatever it may be, then my budget is out. That's the way it works, okay? We make our mobile homes livable, presentable. They're affordability housing. Don't forget that at the end of the day, we're not shaving corners, but the point is that we're making them presentable. That's it. So that's the kind of quotes we're going to be getting tomorrow morning. Y'all can send us an email, DM on that if you are interested. Again, only on the Havana homes for the handyman at this time. Okay. Let's see. Good evening. A few more people have joined us on Instagram. Welcome, welcome, and good evening. If you're new, thank you for joining us. This is a call we have every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check the chat box real quick. Okay. Yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So we got a few of those units there. Now, with the coaching, we have maybe one spot. A couple people have sent me emails, and I'm going to rephrase that. You know, the back pocket access we offer is typically 1 or 2 students a month as to what we're doing. That is very hands-on. It is coaching them, and I don't like to have too many students at one time simply because I want my 100% attention to them. So when that's being said, you know, if I got 20 students, then I'm not investing. I'm just coaching y'all. So it doesn't work out that way. I love coaching. I love mentoring. It is very hands-on. It is definitely a great coaching investment. Currently, we have 4 students doing that at this time, a little more, but we did back off some of the live events that we were doing, which we're starting back up on those as well. So you'll see some of that. Look, some of these deals, I'm not going to go sheet per sheet on here. Like I said, we did not get to upload some of the ones that that we got from today and yesterday. Now, 2 of our students have 2 homes ready. One of them is Macon, Georgia, lot number 2. If y'all remember, that is one of those special editions, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, single wides. It just got done this past weekend. It was finally finalized, as we like to say. 4-bedroom, 2-bath. He's selling it, I believe, for $25K, cash or best offer. So if anybody's interested in that, it is a move-in ready. So it would be something you can immediately put a tenant, start making passive income, or flip it again. You can do so. Okay. Financing is available on that one with the large down payment. And another student also finished his more so towards the end. So I say about tomorrow we should have that completed. So let's see. Awesome, awesome. If you don't have the spreadsheet, like I said, send us a DM. You can review it. The best way to see it, all the deals are on the bottom 4 little lines. You can scroll through, send us questions on that. One of the things I was focusing on today was T22s. I'm starting to friend officers, a lot more officers, sergeants. They're awesome. They come out and help me out when it's time to verify bins. You know, the bigger the problem, the bigger the pay. That's the way it works. That's business 101. When it comes to these titles, a lot of these mobile homes that we're seeing more and more, I know a lot of you are passing up on them is, oh, it doesn't have a title. I cannot blame you for that. As a matter of fact, good job. If it doesn't have a title, you need to be very, very worried. Okay. It could be lost. It could be somebody else's home. It could have a lien on it. It could have taxes owed, all kinds of stuff that we just don't know. Okay. And we do not invest in anything we don't know every detail too. So that being said, you know, good for that, but it does not mean you cannot not know the information on how to get it. Bonded titles is huge. It is what we're working on now, and it has become a huge asset for us. Now, they did shift the details and the rules a little bit on how it's being done, but at this point, we've done over 17 bond titles. We got 2 more this morning. It is as simple as going out, verifying the VIN. That's step number 1, okay? And then creating that T22 form filled by the officer, not you. Somebody asked that. No, you don't fill that out. Officer does. And then you submit it to a title company, which they have quite a few here in Georgia, some in South Carolina would work with. They will do all the due diligence, everything. Yes, there is a fee for that, but I assure you it is well worth it, especially if somebody is giving you a mobile home for free because of the lack of the title. Now, that is a negotiation tactic, by the way. When somebody calls me, well, I want X amount because that's what mobile homes are going for. Well, that's what mobile homes are going for, means that's what mobile homes are going for with titles. You don't have a title. I'm going to have to go get a bond. I'm going to have to do the time. You're talking about 4 to 6 weeks, by the way, before you actually get a title from start to finish. And that means back to back. As soon as you get one thing, submit. Get another, submit. Get another, apply. And it's one of those things. We timed it, and we're looking about four to 6 weeks. The past batch that we did, we got the majority of them now, and one of them, for some reason, we got to make a few phone calls, has not came in. So no question marks on that one. But if you're able to do this, figure that out, you're going to be able to get a lot of investments for very affordable or cheap or free. Okay, so that's huge to know on that. We posted a video earlier on that, and we do coach you. Let me jump on that coaching real quick. We're moving along pretty good on time here, and I'm not going to go through these deals. If y'all are interested, review the deals, send us the questions. You can't, we are doing consultations on that, whether it's myself or another rep. We'll jump on and we'll answer as many questions as we can within 10 minutes and try to figure out a good investment. If you're doing coaching, especially back pocket access, we will choose you from 1 to 3 opportunities and we'll break it down as to why that's a good investment for you. We're always going to look out for you. Now, all the deals on the spreadsheet are good, but some are better than others. It just depends. Then it also depends on what exit strategy you're wanting. Okay. If you come to me and say, all I want to do is rent, I'm probably going to choose a different market than you may expect. It just depends on the numbers. August 6th, this Saturday coming up. I'm apparently a week behind, by the way. I am a whole week behind. I was sitting there last week sitting there thinking, we got to switch offices. I'm going to pack all our stuff. We got admins coming in, reps, everybody's going to help out. It's going to be awesome. We'll move transport offices and we're good. Well, little did I know that the 1st of August was yesterday. So up and jump, and we had a transfer. So, but everything worked out. Everything was awesome. We are in a new location. We are going to be starting hosting live events at the new location. We're thinking about the second Thursday. Every second Thursday of the month, we're thinking of holding a networking event, which is what we're doing down in Naples, Florida this weekend. Now, this is called the Level Up Networking Event. We're also going to have power teams, okay? We're going to have a lot of meetings. It's going to be for a lot more investors. The goal on this is not to just sit and network. I love the networking part. Your network equals your net worth. The more people with money you know, the more successful, the better off you're going to be. But along with that, the level up part is going to be where we come in and we actually cover a topic. So every time you're there, we may jump into 30 to 45 minutes to an hour of a coaching topic back to back, and then start back up the networking. So we're planning a lot of things on that. We're going to see how it works out, but it's definitely something that every second Thursday of the month is what we're thinking at this time. And we'll announce it, of course. If you're in Naples, if you want to come to Naples, Fort Myers, you are welcome to come so and join us. Okay. You're welcome to come and join us this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2:30-ish. We're going to be downtown Naples, Florida, where we got a lot of connections, park owners, park managers, realtors, brokers. I'm not against realtors and brokers, by the way. Okay. Somebody asked me, why don't you work with realtors and brokers? I would love to work with a lot more realtors and brokers. But the reality is that here in Georgia, they don't do a whole lot of mobile home investing. Okay. Down in Florida, that's huge. You can close with a broker, with a realtor, and they welcome it. I've tried to close with the firms here, and they're like, well, we don't really deal with just the mobile homes. So basically go away. It's kind of what we got. So for that reason. But no, absolutely. Brokers, realtors, we got businessmen, business women coming down there. So it is going to be a great event. It's about 3 to 3.5 hours long. We will be covering the branding, marketing, advertising, how to blast for deals. If you don't have deals, you don't have a business. I'm glad some of y'all set up all y'all's LLCs. You make it all cute. You come up with the names and rhymes and songs, and that's awesome. But you ain't got no deals. You got no deals. You got nothing to sell. So you got to start out with branding, marketing, advertising. When somebody's thinking about selling or buying a mobile home, I want them to think about me. And the way that works is by consistency. It doesn't matter which one you choose. So we'll be covering that Saturday. We will go live on Instagram most likely and TikTok while we are there. So some of y'all can join us on that as well. But 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then we have the October 1st. Don't forget, October 1st is the shadow event. That's a 2-day event that you can come and join us. Okay. The first day is all-day classroom. We're going to have multiple speakers. We have every speaker interviewed and talking more about themselves, talking about what they're going to cover. You can go to our social media and watch each one of them. We'll also have an insurance agent, which is going to be out there how to protect your assets, which is huge. Okay. Cannot stress that one enough. And then day number 2, not mandatory, but highly, highly recommended, because day number 2 is where I take you out on the bus. We go out to a park and we visit mobile homes in and out. The same mobile homes that you're seeing on here, we will be walking inside distress, mobile homes that are being rehab, mobile homes that are ready for the market. We'll be grading parks. We'll be talking to handyman, contractors, park managers. Guys, that event is huge. That is our biggest event we hold. We cannot do it like we did a couple years ago every month. I don't know how I was doing it really. I mean, we've done so many more things since, but at this point, we're considering either every quarter or maybe twice a year. That's kind of where we're at. So the next one, it was already scheduled to be in June. We moved it to October for some topics. One of them being the T22s, how to get bonded titles. We wanted to master that before we got to it, and that's something we will be coaching at the event, along with a guest speaker and a few other things that we've included to it. So, but all right, anybody have any deals, you can drop a comment. I don't see any deals at this time. Like I said, this recording will be posted first thing in the morning. Make sure you follow our Let's Do Deals Facebook group page. That's where we put recaps. You can go on there, post your deals. You can come and check out some of our deals, some of our events. And that does it. I don't see anybody on here. So, all right. Well, thank you all for joining me this evening. Have a great night.